Hi everyone, welcome to Conceptual Thinkers Talk Primary Maths Concept with Teacher Ben. So today we'll be touching on P6 ACS Junior SA1 2021 Paper 1 Question 30. Okay, so this is a Paper 1 question, so don't use your calculator. So let's start. Okay, so first let us interpret the question. So at first, Wei Ting had twice as many red beads as blue beads. Now she used half of the blue beads and some red beads to make a few bracelets. In the end, she left with 1/4 of her beads. So what fraction, so the answer must be in terms of fraction of her red beads did she use? Now they say that what fraction of her red beads did she use? This means that the denominator will be the total number of red beads. It can be in terms of units. Okay, then the numerator will be the use. So what usually I'll do is this is actually our total. Now this is what is our numerator, which is the subject of the question. Okay, so we already interpret the question. So the concept here is actually a part whole concept. Now there's a few ways to do this question, so I'm going to show both ways. One is more on the visual using model drawing, and the other one I'll be using ratio method. Okay, so let's start with the model drawing method. Now we know that at first there's twice as many red beads as blue beads, so I'm going to draw the model now. So let's draw the model. Okay, going to cut this into 3 of them. Now you notice that the model I didn't use a ruler, so it's a bit crooked, but it doesn't affect the way we solve the question. So 2 of them will be red, so I'll just indicate that this will be red. I use the blue color to indicate that this is actually blue. Okay, now there's a few things that we have to take note. Now we have this fraction here, which is half of the blue. Then we also know that she left with 1/4 of her beads. Now this is talking about the total number of beads. Now for me to actually draw this in a way that is easy to visualize is, first, if you look at the total number of units at the start, it's actually 3 units. But in the end, right, they actually mentioned that it's actually 4, because this is the denominator, right? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the common multiple. So I'm going to find the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4. So this will give me 12, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll cut these individual big units into 12 units. So I'm going to draw, I use another color. So so I need every one of them, I'm going to cut it into 4 small little parts. Okay, so from here, then I'll start to interpret this half. Okay, so out of these 4 units, half of them was used, right? So I'll take half times 4 units. So this will give me 2 units. Okay, so 2 of them will be used. So this will be the leftover, right? Okay, in terms of the rate, we don't know. So right now we can't do anything to the model. So next, we know that she left with 1/4 of her beads. So if you look at 1/4, and since now the total number of units here will be 12, so I'm going to make the denominator into 12. So get 12 here, so I have a 3 here. So this fraction means that the numerator is the number of units used. Sorry, left, should be left, and this will be the total number of units. Okay, now if you look at the blue side, there will be 2 units left, right? So these 2. So out of these 3 units, if I minus away 2 units, so this means that I'm left with 1 unit, and this will be the red left. Okay, so now what I'll do is the leftover will be 1 unit, and the rest will be used. Okay, now the question is asking for what fraction of her red beads did she use. So this means that if you look at the fraction, the denominator represents the total number of red beads, right? So as I calculated just now, there will be 8 units here. So the denominator will be 8. Now if you look at the subject of the question is talking about use, that's why we know that there will be 7 units used. So that will be 7. So this will be the answer for this question. So I'm using the model method. Now I'm going to show you with the ratio method, so we can actually try to see whether our answer match. Okay, so we know that initially you have red is to blue, blue, then we have the total here. So we have 2 is to 1 is to 3. So since they say that's twice, so that's why red will be 2 units. So blue will be 1. Total will be 3. Now again, we look at the ending fraction here. So they say that she left with 1/4 of her beads, right? So this means that again we have to look at the common multiple. So we need to make it into 12. So what happened is I'm going to multiply here by 4. So I have 12 here, 4 here, and 8 here. So this will be the starting ratio to look at. Now she used half of it, so I will be doing half times 4u. So it's the same stats here. So this will give me 2u. So I'll put u's. So this will be minus 2 units. Okay, so I was left with 2. Now again, this 1/4, right, I will be doing the same step again. So it will be 1/4, then I'll convert it into 3/12. So we know that the ending total must be 3. So this means that if I take 3 minus 2, which is this step, 3 minus 2, so this will give me 1. So if you look at the difference between this, we will take 8 minus away 1, so we get 7. So this means that this part here will be minus 7 units. Okay, so that's why my fraction here will be 7/8. Okay, so we already implement the methodology, the steps. Okay, so a few things to take note is ensure that you read the question carefully, ensure that you don't do a transfer error and your calculation are correct, never make any careless mistake. And if you try 2 different methods and they both give you the same answer, so that is also a good way to check your solution. So we do our inspect already. So that's all for this question. So don't forget to follow us on our YouTube channel, Conceptual Thinkers, and follow us on our Facebook, Conceptual Thinkers Mathematics and English Hub. Now feel free to share any question. If you have anything to check with us, please let us know. You can put your comments in the box below. So I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.